From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost stack things up and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 10 black. Bandit. Nice move. Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Squeeze, double. Kill. Drill, 52. 51. Black shot. It's a party now.
To throw again. Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
To the air again, Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
The kicker. That route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the
They'll break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kenny Clark.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Kill. Flare.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
For the extra point.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now second and 13. Working out of the gun. Love. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up first down and goal.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
14.
But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
Complete to Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
14. Dolphins 8. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack to see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Tighten down. There you go. Mike, check. 59. Hey, Green. You think you got it, son?
Love now. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
10 cycles. Boy, 51. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
The ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 22 needle. Whip. Watch the whip. Black ultra. Yellow. Go. 59, Mike. Check. 59. Man out.
Now Love gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
The 19-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
I'm here all day. Go, Mike, 50.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Number 15.
That catch good for only a couple.
2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Watch the slant. Go red. Mike, check. 59.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. He knocks it through, and he extends the lead to 21-8.
Score, Golden Eagles 21, Dolphins 8.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going deep here for Parker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So the directional kicking problem inside the 30-yard line.
At the 29-yard line.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Showing eight. Showing eight. Watch the ship. Real green. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Right. Zoom. 51. Mike 51. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
First down. Love to pass. Going for it all. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the run. Switch, switch, switch. Slice, 97. Slice blue. On this defense, no game. 51's the mic, boys. 51. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Throwing again. Love.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The 8-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check three. Check three. Check three.
Love looking to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Jones in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Check three.
Tua, a final shot before half. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Focusing on me, away from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets,
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete.
The pass.
He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
At their own 40-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 50.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
On the carry.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second down at 5.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing. Love. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 14 on that one, and a first.
11-yard
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
You get tired of seeing me. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Eluding the punt, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
A loss of a yard.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Let's go, defense. Hey, who? Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". It's been a long game.
Love from the gun. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Good. 4.
All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
1st and 10 at the
Well, sometimes our
38-yard
pregame
line.
meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Back now in Mexico City. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, tight. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Blue striker. Blue, go. Over there, right? 52's the Mike. Striker.
From the gun, Love. Looking deep for Adams. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check tight.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Carry. Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. It's a gain of 5.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Watch the screen, watch the
From
screen.
the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Tight end right, tight end right.
Again, it's Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's going to run, but he's got to... Now the ball comes loose. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete to Parker, left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defense?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jordan Love.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that will be incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Don't want to play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left.
Like the way it sounds for you?
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. Hey, brand new chicks, you don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can have a conversation. Ooh.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
Following the interception, Love. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And goal. Today's final score, Golden
Charles,
Eagles
it's one thing to
41,
win. It's another thing to win and put up the
80.
amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And now it's off to the airport for a date with customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.